What's going on, brothers and sisters? I'm back in the lab. Feels good to be sitting behind the desk and back at the computer. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please share, like. I'm trying to get the channel to 2K, 3K, 10K. We're going to grow this thing together. My goal with this channel is to share my experiences, to learn more about your experiences, and to help in the healing process, help in your healing journey, because I understand, having gone through narcissistic abuse, having gone through the flying monkeys, having all these toxic people come out of the ether from all over the place, trying to smear my name, attack my character, go after my friends, go after my reputation. It's been a life-changing experience for me. It has been one of the most grueling and difficult things that I've ever gone through. I never imagined that a person would be so evil, so demonic, such a con artist and a liar, that they would do the things that I have suffered. And having gone through it and having seen the people that she collected and their continued attempts to smear, to agitate, I mean, I'm full on hate streams, full on stealing clips from my channel, full on just the nastiest shit. It actually taught me. And I mean, when you go through narcissistic abuse recovery, you educate yourself. Especially we empaths out there, people who are sensitive and kind, people who are giving. You know, we generally believe that everyone else in the world is like us. We believe that everybody is invested on some level, caring about another person, you know, about who they are, about their growth, you know, them spiritually, you know, with love, and that's just not the case. That is just not the case. It's been an awful awakening to realize that not just people from this experience, but because the learning that we go through as we try to figure out what the hell a narcissist is, what the hell is going on, flying monkeys, toxic people, all of the crap that they put us through, it retroactively has us look back at the past, and you see events that have gone down in your life that involved people who probably had some kind of cluster B disorder, or that were toxic or just hateful. I'm back in the lab today because I'm just had an experience I want to share with everybody. And first off, I want to recommend this book. I want to recommend this book right here. Read this. This is actually written by a narcissist, and gives you an in-depth look at no contact, what no contact really is. I've learned a lot about what it is and understood that I've actually broken no contact without even realizing it several times. And how they look at negative fuel and people they get their fuel from. All the research that we do as we go through it, narcissistic abuse, and understand, I'm coming from the perspective of someone with a narcissistic ex who triangulated me with other toxic people and just generated a ton of toxicity that's been difficult for me to overcome. Had to isolate, had to go on my own island. Friends and family did not understand what was going on. Friends, people that actually did care about me, they couldn't, they only saw me in reactive abuse. They only saw that side of what was going on, didn't understand the underlying tones of all the harassments, the hoovering, and it caused me to have to isolate. I mean, to the point where I'm still strongly isolated from everyone. And toxic people, if you're in a situation where you are still being hoovered, you're being triangulated, there's other toxic people that are involved trying to take advantage of the situation, which usually happens to empaths, to light people, to people who are very spiritual and kind and compassionate and good. They take advantage of our naive nature in thinking that everyone is as good as, you know, decent as we are. And so a lot of toxic people that claimed to be my friends or claimed to care, that took advantage of me, of my naivety, for several years, took advantage of that and began to twist narratives and, you know, took advantage of everything I was going through. And probably narcissists themselves, or at least some narcissistic, definitely toxic. Today, I want to talk about. Today, I want to talk about: does a narcissist actually miss you? Do they miss you? Do they regret breaking up with you? Do they regret discarding you, treating you the way that they did. And the answer is yes, but not in the way that you'd think. Not in the way you'd think. Recently, NarcX reached out, and in every other cycle that I had gone through in the past, whenever she would reach out, I would have to fight myself, because there's always that part of you, you fall so deeply in love with that con artist, with their lies, with their future faking. You end up making excuses as to why they're abusing you and lying to you. And we go back over and over again to that, because the way that the abuse is done to us and traps us in fight or flight, it makes us addicted to that cycle. And then the only way to alleviate the pain is the abuser. It's very sick and twisted. Narcissists know that they're doing this. They understand what they're doing. They know when they discard you out of nowhere, when they lie to you, when they cheat on you. They know that they are crashing you down. They are destroying your boundaries, destroying your self-worth, making you dependent upon them for any type of healing or understanding. You're looking for answers to problems they create that have no solutions. They're not looking for conflict resolution. They're looking to keep you trapped. So whenever she would reach out to me, I would think there was hope. This recent experience, she reached out to me again, and I understood everything because of all the research that I've done. Also because I happen to be with another person who's gone through it, who's further along in the healing process than I am, and has been able to explain certain things to me. Reading books, reading materials, doing videos, meditating, realizing my worth, creating my boundaries, looking at other toxic people in my indie sphere on YouTube and in my personal life, who have enacted in ways that have become predictable to me. So when she reached out, I understood what it was. First off, it was, what you're saying about me is wrong. I don't like the lies that you're saying about me. Well, I'm not lying about her. I'm not. This channel was built really as not only a healing journey for myself, was also to be involved with other people who are going through narcissistic abuse and recovery and awareness. It was also to defend myself, because it was YouTuber. I brought her into YouTube, and she created a channel and got hooked up with other YouTubers from the toxic circles of this group called Comicsgate, and just toxic people from everywhere. That they hold hate streams, they attack people's credibility, they go after their reputation, their financial viability, they harass people, they stalk people, they smear people. Like this is what they do. And so having just been through all those cycles and seeing the predictability, because toxic people are emotionally retarded. Their objective is very simple: destroy, devour, destroy someone else to elevate themselves. It's evil, it's demonic. And having seen all that and understanding what I've been triangulated with, because she triangulated me with another person who's toxic, cluster B personality, I'm guessing a grandiose narcissist who also triangulates other women, uses them, cheats on them. He's also a closet homosexual who hates his mom. You've heard a lot of my videos about that dude narcissist is a queer. And that's that from the experience that I've gone through, and also looking back at the history of people that I have dealt with, toxic people I've dealt with, and understanding that most of those times they were really upset that I wasn't gay, or they were gay themselves. It's really twisted, really twisted. Understanding everything that I've been through, I read those messages. You're lying about me. She says, the first thing she goes is, my illusion is real. You are totally lying. I've known her since she was a kid, but I'm lying about her. I don't know anything about her, right? And then the next thing was, but you're right about him. You're right about that, the person, the backdoor bill she triangulated me with. I have been right. I've always been right. I was right the very first time that she came to me April of 2 years ago. Running from him because she caught him cheating, or he was hitting her, or whatever the case was. And she wanted to come to the one who was safe. I've always been right about that. So confirming me about something like that was supposed to trigger me going, all right, she's ready. Because I've done that so many times before. It's that trick has always worked. But it didn't work this time. And then it ended up with, I know you're with somebody and I wish you the best in the world, which is just fake. She doesn't wish me the best in the world. If she wished me the best in the world, if your narcissist wished you the best in the world, they wouldn't have treated you the way that they treated you. We wouldn't have gone through what we've gone through. This is an experience I've been through that now I see. I read every line. I understand every play. I know every word. I understand what's going on here. And I am not going to allow myself to be caught up in that trauma bond again. That's it. I'm done. Does a narcissist miss you? Yes. But they don't miss you for the reasons that you'd think. A narcissist, when they think about you, when they miss you, when they reach out to you, when they're trying, it is because they have either they're valuing or they have destroyed the supply that they're with. The supply that they are with has rejected them, and they now need someone else for negative fuel or for positive fuel. They don't miss you because they cared about you. They don't miss you because they feel bad about what they did. They recognize what they did, but that was planned. They knew every time they cheated on you, lied to you, destroyed you, devalued you. Every time, every nasty thing, they know what they did. That was all planned. But they're not. But they don't recognize that what they have done is wrong, and that is because they are selfish. Everything from them comes from me, 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 me. They are selfish people. So when they miss you, when they're coming back to you, they're not missing you as a person. To a narcissist, to a narcissistic sociopath, you are an it. You are a thing. You are an object. You are not a person. You are a facilitator of their ego, their false ego. So when they hoover you and come back, that's all they're missing is the supply. They're missing that grade A supply. They're missing that supply you gave them, the validation of their existence, the confirmation that their illusions are working, that they have power over someone else. To a narcissist, it is all about control, selfishness, jealousy, illusion, sustaining their false facade. That's all it is. They discarded you. They knew what they were doing. They discarded you. They knew they were putting you off kilter. They knew they were crashing you down. They love bomb you to bring you to a new height, and then they crash you down. She would talk. My Narc X would talk about this all the time because I believe that Narc X went from toxic person to toxic dude to toxic dude to toxic dude to learn how to better be toxic, and her ex-husband, or estranged husband, who she drove to the point of dying in a hospital. The dude is dying, and he still does what she wants, and she still devalues him in any way she can. It's hard, but she was talking about how he taught her how to bring someone up and then crash them down to get what he wanted from them. He was like a used car salesman or tow truck driver, some shit, and he was a tow truck driver owner, but they're all used car salesmen, right? They're all con artists, and I saw how she applied that to me and others when she would love bomb and discard and then ghost. Narcissists do that because they love the illusion of control. They have no control over themselves. They don't face their demons. They don't face the traumas that they went through as kids. They don't take responsibility. They don't go to therapy. They don't own their shit. They only admit when they're caught, but they don't actually own their shit and make changes to who they are. They would rather have control over another person, make another person feel as bad as they are, destroy them, destroy their reputations, just feed off of others. They're vampires. They're energy vampires. So when that narcissist misses you, that narcissist is not missing you. They are missing the control. They are missing the supply. They are missing the facilitation of their negative, their ego. You're also missing that person that you were, that grade A supply that you were. Especially if you're like me, if you're like a lot of us, if you're an empath, if you're someone who gives and gives and gives and refuses to give up on someone, who constantly strives to lead by example and give the best that we can and have the most patience and forgiveness, leading so that hopefully the other person will learn and will better themselves and strive to be a better version of themselves. But that's not what they do. Narcissist, toxic people take advantage of that. They take advantage of those great qualities that we have as human beings, as good human beings, and use it against us. So that narcissist, that they're missing that. They're missing that. Narcissists will reach out to you, like I said, if somebody's rejecting them. I was triangulated with another narcissist, and so that one is probably devaluing Narc X to love bomb someone else or get their supply from some other avenue. And had I reacted in the way that I had before, instead of responding properly, had I reacted, I would have started talking. It would have started out slow. She would have begun to make me feel safe, try to make me feel safe. I would have felt like there was hope left. She would have started to bring me up like there actually was hope for the relationship, that she did regret, that she did recognize her faults, that she was trying to change. And then she would have taken that momentum and turned it around to another person, or the other person she was triangulating with, as a threat. I am actually going to go back to this other person. I'm going to leave you. I'm done with you. And created another toxic cycle of trauma, in which I would have been devalued, discarded, talked shit about, thrown away, so that she could prove her loyalty to the other toxic one, and that he could get off on feeling superior over another man, because he is a very scared, broken inner child, wannabe tough guy, who is nothing but talk and would never step to a real man. Never. These narcissists are cowards. They're emotionally immature. They're cowards. They're fearful. They're afraid. It is best for you. First off, like I said, read this book. Read this book. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to begin reading this book. It was suggested to me. I'm doing the studying, and that's what you should do. Read materials, because having knowledge, arming yourself with information, is the best way to defend yourself, to create strong boundaries, to understand our enemies. And make no mistake, narcissists are our enemies. Evil should be fought. The best way to fight them is to educate yourself on their tactics and who they are and what they do. But this time, no. I chose to respond properly. I'm done, and you need to be done too. When that narcissist comes back, they are not your friend. They are not sweet. They are not good. Everything that they project, everything they reflect about you, depending on how long it's been since they ghosted you, whatever strength they have. Because remember, narcissists feed off other people. They emulate the person that they're getting supply from, to make them think that they're a twin flame, that they're their greatest love or whatever. And so by the time they come back to Hoover and you, they've got like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people. My Narc X, she sleeps around like people get on merry-go-rounds. You know what I mean? Like it's so it. When that hoovering hobgoblin comes back, everything positive that they have is an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's fake. It's not real. Respect yourself. And I know it hurts. I'll be honest with you. There is a hurt in me. There is still a pull to talk to my abuser. But I refuse to. And thank the gods I live 14, 15 hours away from her. Thank the gods. Because it's not like she could just show up. I don't even know what strength I would have if she could show up at my door. I don't even know that. But I know that I'm on the best path of my life. I know that I'm on a healing journey. I know that I'm bettering myself. And I know that the correct thing to do is no contact. Don't give them anything. Don't give them a word. You're better than that. I know how difficult it is, brothers and sisters. I understand. But you will be much better off the longer you stay away from that hoovering hobgoblin. Because you can't stay in hate forever. Hate's more constructive than depression, but you can't be hateful forever. When I was mirroring and I was fighting back, I was full of anger. And now I'm not angry no more. I don't want to be angry anymore. There's no hope in them. They don't miss you. They don't care about you. They never cared about you. They're nothing but lies. They're con artists. You are better off by yourself. My empathic brothers and sisters, please respect yourself. I love you. Thank you guys so much for being here, especially if you watched all 20 minutes of this. Please subscribe if it's your first time here. Like, share this video out. I greatly appreciate you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And suffer no fools.